Best way to start a small online business. Are you ready to start a business that you can work from anywhere, from home, from the beach, without the hassle and expense of getting a building, putting cubes in there, furnishing it, and having all of these things? Well, you're pretty smart, because that is the new way to start a business. I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it without spending a ton of money. Let's go. I'm going to give you a quick and easy step-by-step process on how to start a small online business without spending very much money. I'm going to give you 5 ways to create multiple streams of income from your one core business. And if you stay to the end, I'm going to share with you some ways to make double or triple what most people make with their online business. So let's talk about all of the benefits of owning a small online business, or in my case, just an online business, because I'm going to tell you how to take that small business into a pretty big business that makes a lot of money, even if it's just you and a couple of people. The first thing that you want to know about owning your own business is that there are so many benefits. 1, you're going to be able to own your own time. If you do this properly, you will have what I call time freedom, where you can set your own schedule, you can work when you want to, and you're not going to be tethered to a desk where you have to be there at a certain hour. You're going to be able to create a business that you work in when you want to and still create an income and a lifestyle that you desire. The second benefit of owning your own business, you get to work from wherever you want to, especially when we're talking about an online business. If you create a business with a brick and mortar store or a retail store that you have to work in, or a salon or a barber shop, for example, you're going to have to go to that physical location. But I suspect, since you are watching this video, you are looking for a business that you can work from anywhere in the world and still make money, and still get all of the tax benefits that comes along with owning your own business. As a business owner, if you do it correctly, you can start writing off all of the things in your business, including your meals, your wardrobe, your vehicle, your mileage, your office, so many other things. I'm not a tax professional, so you're going to have to consult with your tax professional to get all of the benefits. But trust me when I tell you, when you create a business, you can write off a lot of things and help yourself in the process. The first thing that you want to do when starting your online business is you want to decide. You're going to have to make a decision. What exactly is it that you're going to do? Are you going to sell a product, or are you going to deliver on a service? The best thing that I suggest for you is to actually write out what your business plan is. Think about who your target customers are going to be. Where are you going to find these customers? How much are you going to charge for your service? And start to project what some of the marketing you're going to use to find these people. Are you going to use social media? Are you going to use ads? Are you going to put out flyers? How are you going to find these people to bring them to your business? Just because you have an online business does not mean that you have to always stay online. Yeah, you can market online with Google, Facebook, Instagram, and things like that, but you literally can go out and put on flyers, brochures, and things like that, and market your business out in your local community and drive those people to your website to buy your product or your service. This way, you can start to know where your customers are coming from, how you're going to serve them, and make a projection of how much money you think you're going to make on each customer. It's very important to make it a real business and to decide that you are doing this and how you are going to do it. If you go into your business and you haven't thought about how you're going to get customers and how you're going to serve them, then you're probably not going to get very far in your business. But if you take a few moments to think about what it is that you want to do and how you're going to do it, you can start to get funding for your business and grow your business very fast. I'll tell you how to do that. Go ahead and comment below and let me know what type of product or service it is that you are going to do for your business. I read all of my comments and I want to help you grow your business. So comment below and let me know. Is it a product that you're going to be selling, or do you have a service that you want to offer? Comment below, I'll read them and help you along the way. Step 2, now that you know and you've made a decision exactly what you're going to do and how you're going to do it, let's go ahead and set that business up. There's 5 very simple steps to setting up a business. And I have students that have done it in literally one day. Depending on what state you live in, you can do the whole thing online. You want to go ahead and name your business, get your LLC, your C Corp, or your S Corp. Again, register that business with the Secretary of State. Go ahead and get your EIN number, which stands for Employer Identification Number, EIN. It's actually not EIN number, it's EIN. The N is for number. And you can get that for free on the irs.gov. You also want to go ahead and get your business phone number, your business email address, and get a website for your business. Doing these things are the basics of setting up a business, and this will allow you to have a real business. Doing this will let you write off things in your business so that you can get those tax write-offs. Additionally, it's going to make you more credible when your customers find you. Most people nowadays do not want to deal with a business that they cannot find on the internet. Most people are going to look you up to make sure that you have a real business before they ever buy your product or service. So make sure that you've set your business up legally so that you can actually accept payments in legally too. Another very important step that you want to focus on with your online business is the website. I know I mentioned that you're going to get a website for credibility so that you have a free business, but with an online business, this is even more important. Think about what it is that you are going to have for your domain name. A domain name is what people will type into the internet to find your website. For example, if you have a real estate company, abcproperties.com. I'm pretty sure that's taken, but you get what I'm saying. You want to get a domain name that is easy for people to spell, find, and search for. You don't want to name your business or get a domain name that is difficult for people to find. The shorter, the better. Additionally, you want to use as few words as possible. You don't want a business name that's like ABC Property, blah, 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 blah. That's just too long and many people just won't type it in. You really want to try to pick the shortest domain name as possible. Think Amazon or Apple. I get that most of them are taken, but you really don't want your name to be more than 3 words. Additionally, if you have to do 3 or 4 words, make them very short words. Also, go with .coms. I know sometimes when you go to GoDaddy or Google Domains or other places where you can buy domain names, the cheaper ones like .net or .org or .this, the other may be a lot cheaper than the .com. But that is because it's usually not searched for as much. When you're talking about an online business, you want to usually go with a domain that ends in .com and one that is easy for people to spell and find. Once you have your domain name picked out and you've built your website, you can do this for free. Now it's time to launch your business. Building a website is very difficult in many cases. It's not something that if you don't have a lot of proficiency in, or if this is something you're not familiar with, I suggest you have someone else build your website for you. There's so many different complicated things that you can do, different plugins, different widgets, and things like that. So I would suggest go to websites like Fiverr or Elance, or find a professional website maker that can make your website for you at a very reasonable price. I also do not suggest spending a lot of money building a website. I know there are people that charge $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 for a website, and absolutely Noelle has paid some of those numbers. But when you are starting a small business, possibly starting off with a job and then transitioning to this being your full-time income, this is probably not where you want to spend most of your money. You want to leave a little money aside so that you can market your business. I mean, run ads, tell people about your website and drive traffic to it, more so than spending a lot of money building the website. If you spend too much money building the website and you don't have enough money to send traffic to your website, that's going to be a big problem. So think wisely and spend a reasonable budget building your website, and then go ahead and have some money available for your marketing so that you can launch your business and start getting customers in. Okay, and as a big bonus, I'm going to tell you about business credit. One of the things that took my business from small business to big business is business credit and business funding. If you do the steps that I outlined, especially when it comes to setting the business up legally, you can unlock hundreds of thousands of dollars for your business in your business's name. I've literally made an entire video playlist all about business credit. I suggest you watch it so that you can get hundreds of thousands of dollars for your business before your business is even profitable. You can even do much of this while you still have a job, so check it out. So now you know the best way to start a small online business. If you would like a full course, I have created it just for you for free. Go to noellsfreetraining.com. I've outlined a full course, almost an hour long, teaching you everything, the exact formula that I use to grow my wealth, and how you can do the exact same thing too. I want to make sure that you have all of the resources, all of the tools, and all of the knowledge that you need to be successful. This is Noelle. To your success.